Hi out there in the YouTube world. Thank you for tuning into my video. And in this video, I want to be going over some, a couple points actually. My main reasoning for not doing as many videos as I used to, or posting them as frequently, is that, well, I'm in school. And I did mention that in a previous video. And a lot of people asked, well, what am I taking in school? And I'm in the Earth Resources Technician, or ERT, as it says on my student card, ERT. And yeah, that gives me ability to know the ground, a lot of the geology and things to do with aquifers and nature. So plants, animals, and the identification of them. And yeah, it has math and English and 6 courses total. So it's fun. And I've been learning quite a bit. I've been getting really good marks. And yeah, I actually just had a test today and I got 77.7. So almost 80. Not quite, but... And it's so strange because I'm the type where I'm just didn't get perfect. The 77, that means I got a fourth of them wrong. Which, for me, I need to not beat myself up as much as I do, It's just, another strange thing about it was that some of the tests are done completely on the computer. So there's no pen, no pencil, no paper. It's just you and a computer screen. And I'm okay to do that for videos, but if it's got to be some kind of advanced question about the Earth's geology, it can be a little bit tedious. You might want to, sometimes it would help me to make diagrams or to draw a little sketch just to help kind of bring the information together. But no, not on these tests. You can't. So yeah, I'm in it's already week 4. I've already, time is flying and I've learned so much. I even had to move towns, so my entire home base and my setup, everything, as you can see, is different. It's got a beige wall in the background, and yeah, I feel I haven't been making enough astrology videos, because even though I'm taking the Earth Resources Technician, I still love astrology, and it's actually making it more and more clear to me how much I love astrology. Because astrology is actually very complicated, and there actually is, I think it's in India, but there is a school that teaches it, that gives it full hardcore details and the methodology and the mathematics that goes behind the trines, squares, conjunctions, houses, what sign and what zodiac sign these all take place in. All of these different factors I just mentioned all integrate into a reading. And yeah, so when you look at someone's chart, it's not just their sun sign. Everyone seems to just know their sun sign. But in some tidbits of information I'll put in this to make it a little more interesting for you, because I'm all about trying to impart information. So if I just do a video where I'm blogging, where it's just yada 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 about what's going on in my life, I feel that's actually kind of boring. So I wanted to let you know your moon sign in Vedic texts and through the nakshatras. If you look up nakshatra, or just scroll down somewhere and look up my whole series. I went through all 27 nakshatras in detail and depth about your personality and your characteristic traits that would be associated if specifically your moon sign was placed there. It can still somewhat be applicable if it's your sun, because the sun is your soul, it's your ego. So it is, and it is a little how the sun is very much how you come off to the world. The moon sign's a little more hidden. It's your inner mind. But anyone that knows you as a friend, or knows you from more than just a superficial walking by them on the street, they'll know your moon sign. It'll make sense. My moon sign is Gemini, or Purma Vasu in the nakshatras. And this gives me kind of that, not necessarily bipolar, it's more a billion different personalities. And yeah, ruled by Mercury, which is the god of communication. And I even have Mercury conjunct my moon sign in in Gemini, which is considered an exaltation. So that's supposed to make this a little bit easier for me to communicate things from like my side in the ether to your side in the ether. And by that I just mean like from my consciousness, or like the realm of the unseen, into your consciousness and into your realm of your unseen, where we can actually like bridge the border between different worlds and help to like raise the vibration of consciousness. And I feel Mercury is really, really important for any person. If you look in your natal chart, your Mercury is going to represent how you communicate. So, for example, you could be a Gemini sun sign and be hearing about like, oh, it's supposed to be all about communication, but I don't like friggin' talking. Well, maybe you have your Mercury in Taurus and it's square Saturn or a bunch of other things, and it's kind of causing it to be detrimented, which is bad. So, no offense if you have that. Like, there's good and bad in the world, and no one has a perfect chart. It's mathematically impossible. There are some charts that are easier, which an easier chart would represent an easier life, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's better, because some of the most prestigious, renowned gurus actually had the most difficult charts, because the more difficult your chart is, the more learning you will undergo in this lifetime. And I just find that astrology is such a fascinating topic, because so many people only know it at such a superficial level, when it's a lot deeper than that. And I even have this one, I've mentioned this in past videos. There is a book called Astronomica, and it was written by Marcus Manilius almost 2,000 years ago. And this is like before the churches, the Roman Catholic Church took over and burned everyone's books and said, no self-awareness, just conform, learn, know this simple rules. And maybe they were just trying to do that to simplify it, to make it simpler for people to understand. But you know what? Astrology is very, very complicated, and it goes into the deep facets of your being and your consciousness. So, yeah, I just wanted to do a short video kind of explaining what was going on in my life at this time, and why I haven't been doing so many astrology videos, and to let you guys know that it's still a passion of mine, very strongly, and it's always going to be, and I'm never going to forget. And I'm going to continue to share the information that I learn about it. And I'm going to do another series. I just haven't quite decided. I'm very indecisive on what series exactly I should do. Maybe like because the Nakshatra series that I did is very detailed, and it feels like it's hard for me to outdo that, especially like just improv on the spot. Like, it's very hard to give such factual details about characters just up from my memory. Now, from the 12 zodiac signs, I could probably do a video more improv like this, just coming from information that I know. But if you like the Nakshatra videos and want more specific information, I'd gladly do videos on that. It just might take me more time to put them all together. But if you wanted just like a 12-part series where I go through each zodiac sign of the 12, then I could do a video describing like how it likes the world for love, what it expects in love, or for business, how it applies to the business world. When it comes to friendships, there's a lot of different facets and ways that you can angle astrology to have applicability to modern life, including even the houses. So I could even go through the 12 houses if you'd like. But yeah, for now, that's going to conclude this video. Please like this, and if you have interest in astrology, please look up your natal chart at any, like, one of my favorite websites is astrotheme.com, because it's free, and you can save birth profiles, and it saves all the information, so you don't have to write it all down. If you wanted, you could, like, print the charts, I guess, if you wanted, like, a hard copy, but I just keep it digitalized. It's less to have to keep track of. And look up your moon sign in the nakshatras and see if it's applicable. And if it blows you away in its accuracy, much like it did for me when I was going from Western astrology using the 12 signs to like Vedic astrology using 27 signs. It might seem a little daunting, confusing at first, but know that it's actually more specific, and none of the nakshatra signs that fall within a zodiac sign clash. They actually just provide further and more in-depth information. So if you're like, I'm not like this other Taurus person, and they're a Taurus, and you even have the same moon sign, well, maybe it's because your nakshatras fall more than 13 degrees apart, and you have different nakshatra signs. Or, well, each nakshatra is 13.3 degrees apart, but someone could be near the end of a cusp, and so you might only be like 4 degrees apart, but you'd still fall in a different divisionary category, which would totally remold your character, because as above, so below, and as within, so without. So, mwah. Like this, and I'll see you in future videos. Bye for now.